So this is something a little different. If you've been following the channel a long time, you know I normally talk about ham radio or electronics, or a long time ago I was even fixing up old car. Um, Thought I'd share some programming with you this time, and I'll be doing it without a script. So hopefully it comes out okay. Hopefully you enjoy it, and hopefully I get better as I go along. Um, yeah, so I want to build a streaming music service. I'm not going to get it done in this video, but we can make a start on it, and maybe you'll find it interesting to follow along. So let's dive in. Let's see, I think, let me get some documentation up very first thing. Oh, yeah, you gotta do it the right way though. Yeah, give me that. Yeah, that's what I want. Okay, so I want to make a mix script to define a module for the mix project. I think all we need is this I think that's all we need. Yep. Okay, and let's just check that in. That'll be our, whoa, look at all this. Oh, okay. I had something else here I didn't clean up all of. Oh, no, I didn't. This is just from here. Oh, okay. We gotta make a get ignore file. That's what we need. Thank you, Donnie. Okay, so the Elixir stuff is the build directory. Is there something else? Deps later. And then text editors dribble in this here. Yeah, okay, that looks good. What? I'll be right back. Okay, I think I got it. Just turn it off and turn it back on type thing. Okay. We stubbed out the mix project. That's all we did. So, right now, still gonna need a terminal. Sorry, I got rid of that. And so I was thinking about this, and Elixir makes it pretty easy to start wherever you want. I could start with the database or the data itself, you know. I could start with the user interface, or I could start somewhere in the middle. And I think the way I want to do it is start kind of in the middle and work my way towards the database, and kind of work that end of it first. I've got reasons. But I think that's gonna work well for me. You know, you can do it any number of ways, but I think that's where I'll come at it. So I need some folders. Yeah. audio module, because that's a big thing we do in a streaming music service, is we don't just have songs. There's going to be bumpers. There could be ads. But there's not just songs. Yeah. So audio is going to be a big thing we do. So I'm going to make a module for that. Oh, wow, that couldn't have gone more wrong. Still trying out this text editor. I haven't quite got the hang of it yet. Can we... Yeah, okay. That'll work then. I think I like it so far, though. But I don't have the hang of it. Wow, stuff going on out front. Right, so the crux of what I want in here is a function that will find what song should be playing right now. And current audio play. I'm going to have a table of what audio has played. So we'll call those plays. And this is the one that should be going on right now. Ooh, you know, we're going to need some options here. I already know that. And so I want to do something like, so if I have a table of everything we've played, you know, recently at least. Kids are playing out front, they're having a good time. They're playing with radio controlled cars. It looks like a blast. I should be out there, it's a nice day. But here I'm doing this, so the last thing that was played could be still playing, or it could be like it's over, it's about to be over, in which case we'll need to get a new thing to play. So, if we have the last thing that was played, there might be nothing. Like there might just, it could be the first song, right? So, it could be that there's not enough time left on the song that's playing, that we're going to come up with a new one. The next one. And it could be that everything's good. Okay, we can't run this because we're missing all kinds of things. So threshold's going to come out of the options. Keyword fetch. Yeah, it's got to be in there. And I'm doing it this way. I think later it'll be either you could put it in an options, or the options might default to an empty list, and we'll like be able to set it through the environment. So like for dev and production, we'll probably set it through the environment, but for test, you might want to be able to pick different thresholds to make the test easier to do, right? Oh, right. So we also need last play, and I think that's going to be something like, yeah, right. So now we're short a repo, and the play schema. Okay. So let's make the repo. And let's see, I need a little documentation on this. Oh, that's handy. Okay, yeah, I think that's all we need. And we are going to use Postgres. There, okay, so I think that's all we need there. But we do need to start the repo. So we're going to need to have an application module. Well, that's interesting. Okay. Application. So let's... Still getting the hang of this text editor. Okay, yeah. Better use application. Oh no, we're not. Oh, they're talking. Yeah, that doesn't go in here. Jeez. Yeah, that's going to go over in the mix if we wanted to do that, which we're not. Yeah, the callback module, that's what we're making right now. Right, and that's pretty much... Oh, yeah, again, that's going to go over in the mix script. What we're doing here is this start function. Yeah. And the only child we have now I think you just put like that. You can just put the name of the module and start link children. Okay, I think that's all we need for now. We'll have some more children later when we make it a web app. And we've got to do the thing over in the mix script so it knows which module to use. Oops. There we go. Yeah, so that's, we could pass arguments here, but we're not gonna. Options. Arguments? They call it args. Anyway, not doing it. So that lets Mix know where our application module is. The application module is going to start our repo. While we're in here, we should add some dependencies. We only need a couple, I think. I think if we bring in ecto SQL, that's going to bring in ecto as well. Yes. And we'll also need to bring in Postgres. I think that'll do. Better get those dependencies. Then we should be able to build. Okay. Oh, right. Sure. And then I gotta stub out next audio play. We'll just return nil for now. Right, okay, cool. So now we can, probably done with the repo, probably done with the Mix project for a while. Let's make another folder for audio stuff. Make a new file called play for the play module. Audio play. So this is going to be like an instance of when we played some audio on the stream, right? And this is going to be an ecto schema. So let's see what one of those is supposed to look like. I don't have that committed to memory. Audio plays. And the main thing we need to know is when it started. And that'll be a UTC date time. Yeah. That's all we need for now, I think. Oh, well, right, the last, so this is, okay, so we'll need something else. We need to import query, and I'm going to do keyword queries, so I think all we need is from. Is that right? Oh. Yeah. Come back to that in a second. Just be sure I got that. Okay. So it's going to be something like from P in this. Order by started. Oh, where is it? I think it's like that. So that should get us the most recent one first, and then we'll do a limit 1. I think that gets it. Okay. Yeah. Could document this. Ooh. It wasn't real helpful with that, was it? Okay, I think that's, we can flesh that out a little as we go. What do I want to say about this? Something like that. Okay, I feel pretty good. It builds, it doesn't really do much yet. I mean, we could do this. Oh, okay. Yeah, let's fix that. So we need to configure ecto, particularly we need a config folder. Mix knows where to look for this, it'll run it. And access. So we need a config script, and we're going to say something like this is not sufficient. This needs to be a module, right? Oh, it does not, but we do need to import config. Okay, oh, right, yeah. Okay, lo-fi limo, and we're gonna configure our repo, and we're gonna set some things. We'll break this out into different configurations for each environment later, but right now we're not using that functionality, so we'll just do it this way for now. Yeah, we'll leave it like that for now. Mm-hmm. Just like the example. Now I seem to recall, and I don't think that's enough yet, but let's see. It is. Really? Okay. Well, great. Cool. Oh, yeah, because it probably knows where to find the application. Yeah, okay, well, I think that's good. So we could say oh, right. So we need a database migration to set up the database table. Oh, okay. That's what I thought. You gotta have that set. So config and then just ecto repos right on the app. There, that makes more sense to me. Okay. Make the database. Okay, good. And let's have a database migration. I need a folder. It's going to be in priv. Repo. Migrations. I think that's where Mix looks for that. And, oh, you're supposed to name it with a big number like the date. 23. We'll say 01. Audio plays. Script. Module. Now, okay, time for some more documentation, I think. Yeah. Right, so we need to use ecto.my. We're gonna do change, create table, call that audio plays. All we had was when it was started. Yeah, I think that does. Made the table. Good, okay, it gets back nil, which it should, because there is no current play, and we've only stubbed out the function that gets one. So that's cool. Let's commit some of this. Yeah, let's do that, that, that. Yes, okay. So that gets us ecto, and then still very much working on that. We don't have anything in there that we can really ship yet. But this is pretty good. It's far from done, but it does what it does, more or less. Started on it. Audio play. Okay. That's a nice start. I think let's build this out a little more. So next, audio play. What can this do? It's going to need to make a new play. Now there's going to be let's not dive into that yet, because I can, well, yeah, let's do. So we don't have built out yet audio items, things that we could play, but we'll at least get the idea in here. We'll need it. So we're gonna have something like, let's just go ahead and alias it. And we'll just fake one up, and it'll be like, now what are we gonna know about the item? The thing we need to know for this is its duration. And so maybe we're gonna have a duration of 10 seconds. I think I am gonna make that a float like that, because when I go to import MP3s, I think I'm gonna have to like count how many frames are in them, because I don't think there's any metadata that tells you how long the file is, because it's meant to be a stream. So I'm gonna have to like count the frames and then figure out how long a frame is, and then like do the math, and that's gonna come out as a float with that division, unless I round it, to milliseconds or something. But let's just deal with time as a float. Is that a good idea? It's not a good idea, is it? We should think in milliseconds. Yeah, because once we get client side and we're in JavaScript, that always talks in milliseconds. And if you take a difference of a date time in Elixir, you normally get seconds by default, but you can ask for milliseconds, so we can make that all hang together. So let's make this milliseconds. So we'll make that 10 seconds. We'll make like real ones of these, build it out later, but for now we'll just make a fake one. And okay, so once we have the item, we need to make a change set. Oh, can probably just pipeline this whole mess. So it's going to be like item that show. Yeah. Let's not make it up like that. We'll make the params, and then we'll make a change set. Yeah, like that. Oh no. Right. It's gonna be like this. And then something like that, you think? I think so. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to need to make that item module. Another schema. Audio items. Duration. Integer. I think that's going to be right. And we know we need to define change set. I think that'll get us going. Well, it's a simple description, but it's a simple function. I'm not sure. We'll likely add more to it later, and then that documentation can grow. That looks better. See what it does. Current audio play. Oh, right, that caught on fire because there's no table to insert into. Great reminder. To audio item. I called that plays. Well, let's call this items. Speaking of which, though. Whoa. Oh no, what just happened? Oh boy, I don't like what just happened there. Well, I think I just opened everything. All right. Okay, how about this? audio items. Items. Now I think we also want to alter audio plays. And we're gonna add. No. Yeah. We're gonna add audio item ID, references, audio items. I think that's how you do. And that's because, oh, we don't need that open, or that. What we do need is this. Because we want to say, like, belongs to audio item. Or do we just say item? Item. Yeah. Let's stick with audio item. Geez, is that right? I think that's right. I mean, it builds. But we gotta mix ecto migrate to build that other table and alter the one. Migration's already up. Oh. Yeah. Man, I don't think so. Yeah, it's not. Oops. Why didn't it pick that up? Is it named wrong? Oh, it is named wrong. Look at that. It's gotta be a script. It only looks for scripts. Okay. Now I found it. Okay, now we got that table. We got the connection between them. Still doesn't work. What's wrong? Duration of relation audio items does not exist. Really? Oh. Wow. Yeah, I didn't update that, did I? That's what you get for copying and pasting. Oh, okay. Before I do that, roll back. Okay. Yeah. Okay, I think that gets us there. Current audio play. Hot dog. So it made a new one. And it returned it. Returned the item, not the play. Right, so that's not exactly what I want to do. What I should have done start with a play. Oh yeah, let's do it like this. Yeah. Mm. Params. Started. Yeah, that's what we need for params, and that's going to be on the play. In fact, we probably don't need. We'll need it eventually, but we didn't need that change set on item yet. So I want to do this. I'm just gonna What's a nice way to do that? I'm doing it this way for now. If I don't like it later, that's when I'll change it. I don't know. Huh. Don't know how to use multiple curses in this yet. Okay. That feels better. Yeah, I'm not sold on this. If you know a better way to do it, drop it down in the comments for me. Help me out. Yeah. So struct cast. Cast params. does go after. Yeah, I'll put it after. Hardly makes a difference, I suppose. Feel like that should have worked, but I'll have to learn more about that later. Current audio play. Okay, cool. Now we're getting the play struct and yeah, cool. Okay, so feels like a good point to put some of these things where they go. Still pretty far from being to anything with this. Yeah. Yeah, that goes along. Of course that does. What did we say last time? Start on audio play. Start on audio item. Okay. So that's pretty good. Now we really should be checking that remaining, which we don't even have, like the remaining time on here. Remaining integer, that'll be milliseconds, and this is virtual. I think that's how you indicate that. Play. Yeah. Okay. Well, it compiles. So that's not going to be in the database, but we'll have a way to compute it. We need to know what now is. We need elapsed is diff now. I think that's right. Yeah. I think that's what I need. See what happens. Oh, audio item is not loaded. So we should preload the audio item. Let's see if we can do that. Bingo. Okay. Yeah. That seems believable. And then the other thing we need to do is calculate the remaining here too. Because otherwise, yeah, it doesn't update the. I guess it's not as strong as what I thought. Like it can recompile, but oh, I can do that. Oh, well, maybe I should have just been doing that. Oh yeah, look at that. Okay. Look at it count down. And it makes a new one. Yeah. That's what I had in mind. Well, let's get that committed. Audio play remaining time. And that's probably a good place to stop for now. Next time, I think I want to continue to build out next audio play to where it can select a song or a bumper. I don't know if we'll get that far, but it should at least be able to decide whether it needs a song or a bumper. Like, is it time for a bumper or should we get another song? Maybe we can work on that next. So we'll have to build out like some tables for bumpers and songs. And then some kind of a function to decide if it's time for a bumper. Yeah. Then once we have that, we can get into like how do you pick a bumper or a song? Like what, you have perhaps a big list of each, but how do you select one randomly, but not randomly, because you don't want to play one you just heard, So we'll look into that next time. I think that'll get us going pretty good. As I said, hope you enjoyed it. Hope I'm going to be getting better at it. Apologize, I'm not already great at it. But if you notice anything, if you notice something dumb I did programming, put it down in the comments. That might help me out a lot. Or if you have a question about something, maybe I can explain it, or at least point you in the right direction. And if you have comments on like how I made the video, whether you like this kind of video or if you don't, please let me know that too. That'll impact how I make future ones or if I make more like this. So, till then, take care.